Hello, movementers, or movementeers, as a lot of people say. This is Crystal Clear, episode 19. Got a personal thing to talk to you about, but this time less dramatic. All right, y'all. So I'm going to start out with a prayer. This new thing we're going to be doing, a new format on Movement Monday. So we're going to start out with a prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this day. Thank you for waking us another day to be on here on this earth. Lord, I ask that you will help us to do what's right unto you and to your pleasing. I ask that through this Movement Monday that you will help me to gather my thoughts in the proper way and reach out to the people that are viewing about the message that you're trying to give to them. Save souls everywhere, and thank you for everything that you gave us. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so here's a personal thing I wanted to talk about. It's a message to pretty much all the fathers out there. Pretty soon, I know this is going to be Mother's Day this weekend, but I like to give an early message to all the fathers that are trying to raise their kids. So we're going to start off with a personal story that I had probably about a couple months ago. I was working on a Saturday, and it was like one of those days. I don't usually work Saturdays at my job, but I had to do mandatory overtime, and I worked that day. Woke up around 4 o'clock, and I went to work. Got back, but at the same time, as soon as I got done, I had to do some work with my brother and Big Stiggs. He was supposed to do his vocal drop for Bravehearted. So it was a pretty much jam-packed day. So when I got home, I had to go pick up Stiggs. So I did probably about a 12-hour shift, and I went there, got back from Philly to go home. Got me a change of clothes real quick, got cleaned up, and then I went over there to pick up Big Sticks and then take him off to the studio to do work on Bravehearted. So the long story was it pretty much it was just a busy day. We did work till about maybe 9 o'clock that night, went home. I took Stiggy back home, and then I had to go all the way back home. So I was pretty much out on the road from 4:30 to about 10 o'clock at night, about 10, 11 at night. Anyway, so when I got home, I noticed that my son was sitting there on the top of the steps. Now, I'm tired, on the road, I'm ready to go to bed. I ain't trying to do nothing else but have a date with my bed, But I noticed that when he was sitting on the top of the step, he looked kind of down. So he said to me, he's like, "Hey, Dad." And I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And then I was like, "Something wrong?" Because I sensed that something was wrong. So he was like, can I talk to you for a little bit? And, some people would be like, "No, I'm too tired. Can we just wait till morning or whatever?" But I just saw something on his face that pretty much said I need to talk to him. Sometimes being a dad or being a parent, you have to do things out of inconvenience to preserve something about your child, to keep them from going the wrong direction. So when he asked me to talk to him, I was like, yeah. Come on. I said, come to my man cave, because I got a man cave at the crib. And we sat and we was talking, because I wanted to know what was on his mind. He was 12 years old, about to be 12 at that time, so he's at a intricate time where really needed to talk to him might be the most pivotal thing about his life, especially in that age. So we went downstairs and we talked, and he was upset because he was missing his grandmother. Now, people don't know my wife's mother passed away back in 2013. And when she was gone in 2013, my son probably was about 5-6 years old, but he still had memories with her. And that day, for some reason, just like thinking about somebody that passed on, or, just have a thought about that person that you're missing, it really hit home to him, and he felt down the whole entire day. So my wife was trying to talk to him, and like the whole day is like, I just want to talk to my dad. So we sat there and talked for a while, and he didn't know how to grieve through the grieving process, even though it was years down the road. He thought in his mind that as a man, men don't cry. We don't, do this. We only do it in a certain way. That's how it means to be a man. So I had to discuss with him that as a man, there are things that we do, but one thing that I wanted him to understand is that men do cry when things get rough too. Crying is a universal thing, and sometimes we need cry to release the stress out of our bodies. And that's one of the things I wanted to reiterate to him, to the point that we talked till about 3 a.m, and I told him some of my experiences of grief. And after that conversation, I saw that the dim look on his face cleared up to the point that we started joking about other stuff. And then he went to bed feeling a lot better. So then it started to hit me like, why would a lot of people think that men aren't made to cry, And this is why I wanted to ask my brother, because I know we was going to kind of stay away from the Bible verses on Movement Monday, but do more of it on Scripture Sunday. But I wanted to reiterate that the concept of men are not supposed to cry is full of crap. In the Bible, it says in St. John chapter 11, verse 35, the smallest verse in the whole Bible, but it had a pivoted meaning to it that people seem to not understand or just seem to look over. And St. John chapter 11, verse 35, Jesus wept. And I know my wife used to make fun of that verse all the time because, it's one of the shortest verses in the Bible. But you have to think about it. Jesus wept. If the Messiah, who is the Lord, through Mary, brought onto this earth, if God came on this earth and he wept, why can't man? So it's like, if the Messiah cried, why can't man? So as fathers, we need to teach our sons and our daughters that when we're not feeling okay, that we should be able to express to our parents or to a friend that I'm not feeling okay. And as parents, we have to listen to them because, like I said, my son was 11 years old at the time. Now he's 12. They're at the pivotal point in their lives when they need really good guidance because, especially with my case as an African-American male raising another African-American male, where a lot of the states in this country, they don't like us because of our race. So it's pivotal that sometimes we have to take more effort in guiding people to go through their pain. So as we have to teach our children that, and like I said, that it's okay we have to let them know that it's okay to say that I'm not okay. And as we was talking, I was saying to him, because he was like, if it's okay to cry. And I joked with him. I was like, yeah, I cried all the time, especially when I see my route. And I'm like, oh Lord, I gotta go do this route. And of course he laughed, but I said, I cried on other things. God Cares, if y'all listen to God Cares, I talked about how my best friend was gone. And I known her since college. And if it weren't for her, I probably wouldn't know God as much as I did now. But occasionally when I told my son, I said, when I think of Vanita, shout out to Vanita in the Griswold family, I said, when she passes. Once in a while, it'll hit me. Even sometimes when I go out on the route, and I'll sit there and I'll cry for a little bit. But I told him, I said, but crying is like, they say that the eyes are the window to a soul. But sometimes when trouble comes or grief comes, it dirties your lens or dirties the window. So you start seeing life differently than what it means. And sometimes crying would be the Windex to help clean out that window so you can see and rethink things after you let that go, you know? And I also looked online that crying also releases stress toxins off from your body. So imagine you telling your child, stop crying or don't cry. Men are supposed to cry. They're bottling all that toxins in their body. And you know, when you do that, you bottle stuff up over the years, people become from being gentle souls to power kegs. And we don't want that. That's why we're having a lot of problems with kids who are pretty much going in a violent way because a lot of people don't listen to them. So I just wanted to reiterate that talk to your kids and let them know that it's okay to feel what they feel, as long as they get that anger or that grief out of their system. So then they can learn that it's okay to see to be expressive, and to learn that crying can actually help make things better. God invented crying for a reason, you know what I mean? So if something that God brought into us is supposed to help us, why not use it to learn to get through the pain? And that's all I have to say about my personal experience with that. So yes, Jesus wept. You know, it's a funny verse, but like I said, even though God cried, even God can cry, why can't man cry? And like I said, get through your emotions and continue to reach out to people whenever you need help. All right. So we're moving right along. I have a Black History quote that kind of goes with what I said with my story. It's from Frederick Douglass. He says, "It's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men." I don't think I need to explain that even further. I think that speaks well into itself. So I'm just going to leave that right there. As far as the Black History quote, I'm just going to let it sink in. But I will say it again. It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. And again, that's by Frederick Douglass. All right, moving right along. Got some current updates for you. I'm working on a new track. The track is called You Can't Stop Me. I am in the midst of the production on it. Actually, I have my youngest son, Jerry. He helped me. He was like, I was mixing some of the drums with it. He was playing with my drum machine. I was like, ooh, I like this. So actually, this new track that's coming out, I probably have it in the month of June, most likely. But I just want to let you know that, even my son, like the Lord even touched my son to help me with the music. So it's called You Can't Stop Me. Right now it's in the middle of production right now. I'm probably going to lay the tracks on, the vocals on the tracks probably next week. I wanted to take a break off this week, because it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Also, like I said, that's going to be, I'll give you more details and stuff on that song later as we go moving on. Get Ready is out there now in the streams. I saw on SoundCloud that it was already at 28. I'm not too sure about what's on Spotify or the other engines, but I think everybody who participated in listening to those to the songs out there too, it's definitely been a blessing ever since I went back into the music. So this music is definitely for y'all. I love you guys, and I hope you just continue to keep supporting us and keep banging that too. Also, Braveheart, it came out in February, I believe. by Big Stigs. Thank you for the support on that too. I've been getting feedback on that as well. I don't have the direct streams as far as a total, but I noticed, like, again, SoundCloud, I believe it was in the 60s in SoundCloud. So thank y'all once again on that as well, and continue to support Big Stigs. Shout out to him. The Christmas album, Volume 6, is underway. I heard a song from my brother. I'm not going to say the name yet because I'm not sure if he wants me to tell the name, but we was doing some audio work on that last week, and it was kind of cool, you know, with him being back in the booth after a while, because me and Stiggy been taking over the booth for a while, so I guess he felt kind of lonely, so, you know, he wanted to get back in there. So it's well underway. Many artists is on there, including myself, Big Stigs, Jay Walks, Azrael, of course. I believe Jima's on there as too. Shout out to them. I got in contact with them with Instagram today, and yeah, I followed them. I found them on following on Instagram. So I'm like, oh, Jima, there you are. And so I hit the following button on them, and they hit the following button on me. So appreciate you guys. I'll be looking out for new music from y'all too. And then, like, other people, like I said, Jay Walsh, I said that earlier, Steve Bryant, and then many other artists as well that's going to participate in the Christmas album Volume 6. So hopefully we get that rocking and rolling on the second half of the year. So it'll be nice, crisp sound for y'all, and hopefully it will bless y'all to carry on through this Christmas time as well. I'm sure my brother's going to have probably a special package or something like we did with the Christmas Volume 5. So stay tuned for that. If I get any more information, I'm sure he'll tell you, or I'll tell you myself, or anybody else that's doing Movement Monday. So also, Fade to Black, Facing Life. That's also still on the go. He got a lot of stuff for y'all for that album. So stay tuned for that as well. Still gonna work till he dies, but we're just gonna keep it moving. Also, I had a project last year that I had to put on hold because of the coronavirus or COVID-19. We had a project called Foreign Land. I woke up this morning and started thinking about that. I will give you more details on when that's coming out. Some of my songs, I was putting reference to that particular project in some of my songs, especially in Streets. You heard me say Foreign Land. It will come out soon. I'm just hoping that the Lord will bless us by lifting this coronavirus ban that's been holding us back. So, because I really want to put it in video production. That's the angle that the Lord is showing me right now through that. So continue to keep us in prayer. Hopefully keep the world in prayer so that the Lord may heal this land so we can all be lifted from this coronavirus struggle. So shout out to all the businesses out there who's struggling with this virus as well. So monthly giveaway. I never get to remember this, but the prize that we're going to have is the sound bar. Can you pass me over the sound bar? I'll go ahead and show them that. It's a nice looking sound bar. It's an LG Studio. And the model on it here is a 300 WRMS series. I'll hold it up a little bit so you can kind of see it more better here. It's a nice big boy, you know, heavy boy. Look like one of the cases of soda I delivered to. So that's the prize of the month, you know. So I'll pass that back over to my man here. The monthly giveaway, like I said, it'll be presented at the end of the month. Now, there are steps to enter. I'm going to read this so I don't screw this up because I want you guys to win this. My memory's not really that great, especially at this now. I'm turning 40 this year. You got to be a subscriber to our YouTube channel. That's the first step. Enter the via monthly giveaway at label website. Third step is comment I am the movement on one of the YouTube episodes, or when giveaways announced to the episode before the deadline. So between the announcement and then the deadline of the contest, that's the time window you got. Or you can comment on any of our media social pages. I always comment salvrec.com, SALVWRECK. I'm always going to spell it because, you know, just in case somebody's new, don't know the site, they can, you know how to properly get on our site and contact us. So like I said, salvrec.com, that's a way you can to put your comments on there so you can be eligible to participate in the reward. Family or friends of the family, or like the workers are not eligible for the prize. But I will say even past winners aren't eligible for these prizes, but stay tuned to the end of the year because we're trying to set up something really good for y'all at the end of the year. So we're trying to end the year with a good bang, just to make it worth subscribing to us. Plus, you like us. Come on. You like us. Just hit that subscribe button so you can get more content, especially with me being dumb half the time, doing dumb things on the camera. So, I'm not scared of the camera. That's why I'm looking at you now. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button and be a part of the movement because we love you. So hopefully you love us to continue on watching us. So I got the tip of advice of the week. I had a Bible study session with my 3 sons and my wife, and I brought up a good point to them that I'm going to bring a good point to y'all. Don't ever question God on why he put you in certain positions or places, because you never know. You might not know why this happened to you on this day, but it might lead you to somebody that needed at least a good beacon of light through their dark days that'll help them maybe come and finally awaken in themselves to come to God. God put people everywhere on this world to be a beacon of light for people that are in the dark. So don't question God where he places you at, because it could save their lives and maybe enhance your future. So just bear in mind that, okay? So that's pretty much it. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there, all the mamas out there, my wife included, Passion, all the mothers, my mother. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for dealing with all the kids that were driving y'all crazy through virtual school, because I swear I thought I was going to come home and see my son dumped in the trash can. But yeah, I'm just like, thank y'all for dealing with that, dealing with us, the husbands, that drive y'all crazy as well. We do act like another kid added in the family. So thank y'all very much. Happy birthday to my brother Azriel. It is his birthday on Saturday, May 8th. Happy birthday to him. He's now 59 years old. No, I'm just kidding. He probably a little bit younger than that, but he old. You know what I mean? I had to wake him up from his dream just to come in the room to do this. To do this really young. I thought he was doing something else recorded. I didn't want to knock on the door too loud today. He's like, So yeah, happy birthday, Azriel. Or I call him Rope. That I always know him as Rope. So happy birthday, Rope, and I hope you enjoy your day too. So that's it for everything else. I believe that's it for the show today. Thank you for tuning in. As always, stay safe, stay tuned. Be alert, and remember, you are the movement. Peace.